Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today's June 11th, and right now I am in Denver, Colorado, preparing for today's storm chase out here. So if you guys wanted to know why you didn't see my studio behind me in just a hotel room, that's the reason why. Anyway, taking a look at the infrared satellite imagery here, you can see we're going to start to bounce back with the temperatures here as we go through the day today and tomorrow. Before we start to bring another trough, you can see this energy out across the Pacific Ocean. It's going to ride over the top of the ridge and start to cool us off here a bit again here across Pacific Northwest. And some of the models show a deeper trough through the extended setting up over the West Coast. We'll take a look at that here and some more detail in a moment. This is looking at Portland National Weather Service. You can see things really warming up across some of the I-5 corridor here. The coast staying a bit cool. The Cascades warming up as well. This would be for inland Spokane here, National Weather Service, Monday, Tuesday, quite warm, but you can see the potential for some thunderstorms Monday and Tuesday also before the cool down as we go through the mid portions of the week as that next trough arrives. This is out for Montana, National Weather Service, Missoula. Thunderstorms again through Tuesday. Seems like it's been an ongoing theme there across much of the area. Montana, Idaho, some of eastern Washington, eastern Oregon. And we may even move this thunderstorm threat towards the Cascades of Washington, Oregon as well. This is looking at Seattle, 62 degrees, a little bit warmer than the day before, but still 8 degrees below average. Got over 4/10 of an inch of rain, though, those 2 days. Nice for watering things. It's not going to do much to really bust some of the abnormally dry conditions here, but we do have the potential for some precipitation as we go through the extended as well. We'll take a look at that coming here in a moment. This is looking at 500 millibars. Here we are, Alaska, Washington, California. You can see kind of the ridge that's been dominating the weather for a while here. And then we're going to get this trough that's going to move back down behind here. And you can see that's going to cool us off again here. It's going to continue increase the onshore flow. And then we're going to drop this next trough down here across the region, as you can see there. Now we'll take a look at the GFS here also when I compare that. You kind of see this ridge hanging out. Trough drops down on the backside across British Columbia here. We'll take a look at what some of the effects this is going to have here in a moment as well. But then you can see this pattern starts to shift here, and you get the stronger system moving into British Columbia here. And this whole trough wants to settle down across the entire west coast of North America here. So this is looking pretty far out, but it is being shown by the European and the GFS model. So it's definitely something to watch. This could even keep our temperatures below normal through some portions of the extended. We'll watch that day by day. This is looking at the European last night's run, total precipitation in inches. Couple interesting things here. You can see the thunderstorm activity continue through the day today on into tomorrow, but you can see this precip start to spread across BC in towards Alberta. This could be some beneficial rainfall that arrives with that initial trough here as we go through the midweek portion. So that could help out with some of the wildfire activity going on out there. You know, we got the early start here across a lot of the region. So hopefully some of that precipitation does materialize, especially for the higher terrain of BC and Alberta there. And we're going to take a look at the maps here in a moment. So we do have the potential for some precip here across the Pacific Northwest. More on that here in a second. But this is looking at national weather models. This would be for Sunday today. Look at that mid-70s potentially for Seattle. Look at getting into the 80s maybe for some of the Willamette Valley here. And then as we go to tomorrow, look at mid-80s for Seattle as possible, maybe even up towards 90 for Portland. Or so a nice warm day coming up tomorrow across the region, but enjoy it because we are going to drop back down. As you can see, by the time we go to Tuesday, back down into the 70s west of the Cascades. And then you can see we cool down even further by the time we go into Wednesday. Here we go Thursday, and then Friday, as that trough starts to arriving, we get more of an onshore flow here, and even the potential for some precip as we go towards the weekend. Check out Saturday up maybe only into the 60s there. So this is looking at a wider view. There's the Pacific Ocean, there's Alaska, BC, Washington. And you can kind of see on the satellite imagery that frontal system out across the ocean here. We've got a ridge out over the Pacific, though, is protecting us for the most part. But you see that precip start to move through British Columbia towards Alberta there on Tuesday. And then that passes through. Then the next trough tries to settle over the area. And a lot of times at this time of year, these systems are moisture starved. But you can see there is the chance for some precip, mainly Portland north through western Washington, British Columbia, and of course some of the higher terrain off to the east. But as we go through, you can kind of see another shot potentially as we go through later portions of next weekend as well. So definitely something to watch. I mean, we would definitely take the rainfall. You always take it while you can get it during the summertime. This is day one excessive rainfall outlook. Has to do with the thunderstorm activity today. It comes all the way down through California there. This is day one thunderstorm outlook, and you can see this is where I'm chasing across some of Colorado towards the Oklahoma Panhandle there. Thunderstorms button up right against Spokane there, includes some of eastern Oregon, Idaho, and Montana as well. Day two, you can see this threat does move towards the Washington and Oregon Cascades. We'll show that here more in detail in a moment. And day three, pretty typical of what we've been getting the last several weeks. This is 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook, and you can see much of the west coast there below average signal there. And this is 6 to 10 day precipitation. And I did lie there. I'm not going to show that NAM3 cam, but it does show a few thunderstorms potentially popping up across the Cascades here as we go on into tomorrow. This is looking at some of the Gear Radical. So this is some of the reviews coming out on the Tempest Home Weather Review. It's really a nice station here. So I don't know that I'll put it on there today, but you can go to yesterday's video and you can click on that link and save 10% off there. This weather station has pleasantly surprised me. It's extremely accurate and it's very user-friendly, all solar-powered wireless. So anyway, I highly recommend that weather station, and maybe we'll just do this. Let's back up here to the National Blended Model so I can show that thunderstorm potential coming up here. We'll go to the NAM3KM. You guys can scroll along with me here in the hotel room. We'll go to precipitation, composite reflectivity, and we'll go to regions, and we'll go to the Pacific Northwest. Stand by with me here for a moment. Now you can see, if I put this into motion, you can see some of the thunderstorm activity moving across Idaho, Montana here, across Oregon, just like the SPC said. Now as we go on into Tuesday, some of this moisture is going to try to make its way east. And you can kind of see a little bit of a blurb there across some of the Oregon and Washington Cascades as you go through Monday afternoon. So not too big of a deal there, but I did just want to share you guys that with you guys. As you can see, some heavier showers also through eastern Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. And that's due to those excessive rainfall. Those excessive rainfall outlooks do cover that. So anyway, yeah, so I'll do another briefing tomorrow as per usual out here if I have the time. And hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'll be back home probably Tuesday or Wednesday here to resume my normal briefing. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Enjoy that warm temperature, those warm temperatures across Pacific Northwest tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys later.